Okay, so your inbox, like mine, I guess, is probably just exploding with AI tools, right?
Oh, absolutely. Every single day.
Yeah, a new platform pops up promising everything. Revolutionize your work, save time, you know the drill. It's exciting, sure, but honestly, it's also just a lot.
Completely overwhelming. It's that paradox of choice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially with tech moving this fast.
Exactly. So how do you cut through all that noise? How do you figure out which tool is actually genuinely the right one for you?
Mm.
Well, today we're diving deep into two big names, Manus AI and Genspark.
Good choices to compare.
Yeah, our mission here is to take the sources you've shared with us, really pull out the key differences, and give you a shortcut. Help you understand what makes them tick so you can pick the one that actually fits your needs.
And that's key, right? Not just a list of features, but a real comparison based on the material provided. We want to give you those clear, actionable insights, help you get up to speed quickly, but properly.
Yeah.
Make an informed choice without drowning in specs.
Precisely. So let's meet the contenders. We've got Manus AI over here and Genspark over there. Both are powerful AI platforms. Both promise to boost productivity, tackle tasks you maybe didn't think AI could handle.
Right.
But here's the thing we found right away in the analysis. They both operate with a high degree of autonomy, but how they do it and really who they're built for, that's where they start to look very different.
That's a crucial starting point. Highly autonomous, yeah, they both fit that bill. They can run complex tasks without you holding their hand the whole way.
Okay.
But the sources immediately flag these core differences in, like, their fundamental approach. It's not about one being flat out better. It's about understanding which one is tuned for your kind of problems. Less a competition, more a guide to finding the right fit.
Okay, so let's unpack that. If you're trying to figure out your AI path, the first big question is always, what are you actually trying to do? What problem needs solving?
Exactly.
Let's get into their core use cases, their strengths, because this is where Manus AI and Genspark really diverge. What do our sources say each one is, suited for?
Well, it's fascinating how clearly they've staked out their territory. The material really points to Manus AI being built for the heavy lifting, the deep technical stuff.
Like what specifically?
Think coding, data science,
Right.
complex technical workflows, research-heavy tasks. It's positioned almost like a dedicated research assistant or a skilled member of your dev team.
Okay.
Someone who can write intricate code, debug it, analyze complex scientific data. It implies it's not just doing technical work, but really understanding the nuance. Ideal for fields needing that deep analytical power.
Right, that makes sense. A clear niche. So Manus AI is the tech specialist. What about Genspark? Where does it fit in?
Almost the opposite end of the spectrum in a way.
Mm.
The sources highlight Genspark as being great for creative projects, business automation, multimedia, and everyday productivity needs.
Okay, so much broader then.
Much broader, yeah. Think marketers needing quick video clips, small business owners automating customer calls, that sort of thing. It's about accessible, immediate impact. So the philosophy is different. Manus for that deep, specialized expertise. Genspark for broad, agile use across practical, creative tasks. It really makes you ask, are your challenges mainly technical and deep, or more about content creation and streamlining daily operations?
That's a really helpful way to frame it. Knowing the type of problem is step one. But then, okay, you know what you want done. The next question is often, how fast?
Always.
Let's talk about autonomy and task speed.
Yeah.
Because here's another trade-off, right? What does the material show about how quickly they actually work?
Yeah, speed versus depth is a classic one. What we gathered is Manus AI is extremely capable of handling complex multi-step tasks with minimal oversight. That sounds great, very sophisticated.
It does, like you can hand off a big project.
Exactly. It'll work through it methodically.
Yeah.
But here's the catch the sources mention. It can be slower on complicated workflows. Some tasks might take 30 minutes or even more.
30 minutes. Wow. Okay. That's significant.
Yeah, it is. Think of Manus AI like maybe a master craftsman, painstakingly creating something complex and bespoke. The result is probably incredibly detailed and accurate, but it takes time. It's built for thoroughness, not necessarily raw speed.
Got it. The artisan approach. So if Manus is the artisan, how does Genspark handle speed?
Well, connecting that back, Genspark, while also highly autonomous, really focuses on fast results with minimal user input. It usually executes tasks quickly, typically within 5 to 10 minutes.
Much faster.
Much faster. It's more like a rapid prototyping machine. You get results very quickly. It gets you 80–90% of the way there, which is often exactly what you need for everyday stuff.
Right, especially for creative iteration or routine business tasks.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So you need to weigh that. Do you need that meticulous, deep processing, even if it takes longer? Or is quick, agile output for a wider range of things more important? Matching the AI's pace to your project's needs and, frankly, your patience level.
Powerful features are one thing, but if the tool is a nightmare to use, well, that defeats the purpose.
Absolutely. User experience is critical.
So let's talk about that. How easy or maybe how challenging are these platforms to actually navigate day to day? This is where it gets really practical.
Totally. And it's often overlooked. The insights suggest Manus AI has a more advanced interface that requires learning to use effectively.
Okay, so not exactly plug and play.
Probably not, but that's not necessarily bad. An advanced interface often means more power, more knobs to turn, deeper control. It just assumes the user is maybe already tech-savvy, like a developer or data scientist, or at least willing to invest time to learn it.
A steeper learning curve then?
Seems like it, yeah. But potentially with a bigger payoff in depth once you master it.
Right, rewards the effort. How does Genspark compare on usability?
The sources paint a very different picture. Genspark is explicitly built for ease, very beginner-friendly with a smooth, intuitive layout.
Okay, so the opposite approach.
Pretty much. They seem to prioritize accessibility, a really shallow learning curve. They want you to get going fast, even if you're totally new to AI tools.
That makes sense.
So it really comes down to your comfort level with new software. How much time are you willing to spend learning versus wanting something that just works right out of the box? Immediate output or mastering a complex system for deeper stuff?
That's a key personal decision. Okay, let's dig a bit deeper into capabilities. Multimodal features, basically. What kinds of data can these AIs actually handle? It's not just text anymore.
No, definitely not. That's a huge part of modern AI.
So what can Manus AI process?
Again, leaning into its technical side, the sources say it handles text, code, images, and structured data at an advanced level.
Structured data, like spreadsheets and databases.
Exactly. Spreadsheets, databases, JSON files, stuff that's already neatly organized.
Yeah.
Manus AI can apparently parse that, analyze it, even manipulate it precisely. Think financial modeling, complex database work, pulling insights from graphs and research papers.
Okay, covers a lot of analytical ground. But there was something surprising about Genspark's capabilities here too, right?
Yeah, this is interesting. Genspark also handles text, code, and images, standard stuff. But then it adds video and phone call capabilities.
Video and phone calls, how does that work?
It means it can literally say, watch a video and summarize it, or maybe participate in a phone call to handle customer service, transcribe a meeting, maybe even generate video clips.
Wow.
Yeah, it really opens up possibilities for creative projects, communication tasks, business automation involving calls, quite different from just structured data.
Okay, very different focuses there. Now, beyond what they handle internally, how well do they play with others? Integration is key, right? No AI works totally alone.
So true. It needs to fit into your existing digital life. For Manus AI, the sources say it's deeply integrated with developer tools, browsers, and databases.
Makes sense given its technical focus.
Exactly. It's designed to slot right into a professional tech stack, augmenting coding workflows, data analysis tools.
And Genspark's integration approach.
Broader, it seems. It connects to over 30 tools, APIs, real-time data feeds, and external platforms. This sounds more like connecting to common business apps, maybe social media, content systems, a more user-friendly, broad-based integration strategy.
Right.
So that raises another question for you. Beyond their core functions, how well do they actually fit into your ecosystem, the tools you already use every day? Seamless integration could be just as vital as the features themselves.
Absolutely. Okay, we've covered a lot. Let's get to the part that often makes or breaks the decision for many people, the cost.
Yes, the price tag.
Let's talk numbers. Budget always matters. What do the insights tell us about their pricing models?
Always crucial. Okay, the information suggests Manus AI starts at $39 a month and runs on a credit-based usage model.
Credit-based, so pay as you go, essentially.
Kind of, yeah. It likely means your monthly bill could change depending on how heavily you use its processing power. If you're running massive computations or analyzing huge data sets, your cost might go up. It allows for that high-intensity use when needed, but with a variable cost. It feels more aligned with enterprise or specialized use, where you pay for premium resources.
Okay, so flexibility but potential variability. How does Genspark's pricing compare?
Simpler, it seems. It's priced at $24.99 a month, with a more generous free plan compared to Manus.
Lower price point and a better free tier to start.
Exactly. That signals a different audience target, doesn't it? Genspark seems aimed at wider adoption, making it easier for individuals, maybe small businesses, or just people experimenting with AI to jump in without a big upfront financial barrier.
Yeah, that makes
The
sense.
pricing really often reflects who they think the user is. Enterprise complexity versus a more accessible tool for maybe lighter, more consistent use. So what does that mean for your budget? Is predictable and lower cost better, or do you need that credit flexibility for occasional heavy bursts?
We've covered so much ground now. Core
Yeah.
uses, speed, usability, data types, integrations, price. We've really pulled them apart based on the sources.
Yeah, the distinctions are pretty clear now.
So let's bring it all home. Let's tackle that big question we started with. Which one is honestly better for me?
Okay, pulling it all together. The material gives a really helpful summary for this exact decision. It basically says, you should choose Manus if you need technical depth, enterprise-grade automation, and powerful tools for programming, data, or research.
Right, the specialist.
Precisely. It reinforces that position for complex back-end analytical work where you need precision, deep processing, and you either have the technical chops or you're willing to learn that advanced interface.
Okay, clear recommendation for Manus users. And what about Genspark? Who should choose that one?
The advice there is choose Genspark if you want quick, creative, and practical results, especially for multimedia automation or if you're just getting started.
So the versatile, easy-to-use option.
Exactly. It paints Genspark as the go-to if you prioritize speed, ease of use, and getting immediate results across creative and business tasks, especially if you're dealing with video or phone calls or just want a gentler entry point into AI.
It really does crystallize that idea, doesn't it? The better choice isn't universal. It completely depends on your specific situation, your needs, your workflow, the problems you're actually facing day to day.
Couldn't have said it better.
Are you that developer or researcher needing raw power and willing to climb the learning curve? Manus looks like your bet. Or are you maybe creative, a small business owner, someone needing quick, practical, user-friendly solutions, especially with multimedia? Then Genspark seems like the way to go. And that really wraps up our deep dive into Manus AI versus Genspark. The main takeaway, digging through all the material you shared, isn't about declaring one winner.
No, not at all.
It's about finding that perfect alignment, matching the tool's very distinct strengths, whether it's that deep, precise technical work from Manus or the quick, creative, easy productivity from Genspark, matching those strengths to your specific goals and how you like to work.
Exactly right. We've laid out their profiles, their strengths, the nuances, the trade-offs we found in the sources. So as you think about your own work, your own priorities, maybe mull over this final thought.
Okay.
How might picking an AI tool that's not quite the right fit actually end up slowing you down, creating friction where you expected automation?
Good question.
And on the flip side, how much more effectively, maybe even more enjoyably, could you hit your goals by choosing the one that feels tailor-made for what you do every day? Understanding these differences isn't just academic, it's about unlocking that real efficiency.